Hey guys, what's up? This is Gavin from Blue Gaming, and welcome to my first collection video, since I thought might as well show you guys all the games that I have, just so maybe like you could look forward to like future Let's Plays or something. I don't know if I'm gonna continue those, probably at some point, maybe not for a while, but we're not doing a Let's Play right now. We're doing a collection video. So first, I was going to do my Wii and Wii U games, since I have a lot of Wii games, I don't have a lot of Wii U games. But I decided might as well start from where my gaming started, with my GameCube. So, I mean, all the way back like 2005 when I played my first game. So, let's get started. These games are in no particular order, just random stacked just right next to me. So, yeah, not in alphabetical or anything, just randomly. So, here's the first one. ScoobyDoo Unmasked. This is honestly a pretty good licensed game based on Scooby-Doo. I mean, Scooby-Doo always had some pretty good games, so this one, it's probably one of the best, because like you go to like different locations and solve mysteries that feel like a lot like the old classic series back in the 60s, except with a very familiar voice cast and stuff. The gameplay is it's nothing really special. The levels are really creative, and the mysteries are pretty good, so this is a decent Scooby-Doo game. Next up is SpongeBob Battlefield Bikini Bottom. I mean, this game is actually really good for a licensed game. You'll be seeing a lot of those here in movie time games. But yeah, I got this game way before I knew that it was actually pretty good all over the internet and stuff, since a lot of people kind of like it now, thanks to a certain YouTuber named Fawful's Minion. But yeah, this game is like a old collectathon, kind of like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, except instead of stars and notes and jiggies, you're trying to pick up golden spatulas. So you're going all around familiar SpongeBob locations like Rock Bottom, Jellyfish Fields, and Shady Shoals, the retirement home. I mean, that's the Mermaid lair, but yeah, it's another pretty good SpongeBob game, and a pretty good game as well. SpongeBob Squarepants movie game. Yeah, this came out after Battlefield Bikini Bottom. Has the same gameplay, just not really a collectathon, more of a game. Has a lot of different levels with it has a main goal, but then there's a lot of other side objectives you can do and have to do. So that's sometimes just to progress. And so it's like Battlefield Bikini Bottom, except instead of golden spatulas, it's Goofy Goober tokens. Yeah, this stays pretty faithful to the movie and doesn't really stray off like there's most movie time games. Just go either beyond the movie or just add in their own sequences, but this stays pretty faithful. I mean, the first level is SpongeBob's dream from the movie, so yeah, another great SpongeBob game. Wallace and Gromit and Project Zoo. This is actually decently difficult game, because I've been stuck on this game for a while. If I went back to it, I probably could beat it, no problem. But this stays pretty true to the Wallace and Gromit series. There's only a couple shorts. Yeah, it has pretty cool locations. Alright gameplay, I guess. I mean, it's more of a platformer. It's a platformer with some, honestly, shooter elements in a way. Kind of like a platformer third-person shooter, since you're using a lot of gadgets and stuff to take down evil animals that are being controlled by Feathers McGraw and saving stuff. I mean, it's kind of a collectathon, but you only have to save a certain number of animals in movies, and not in movies, a certain number of animals in each area. It's kind of and it kind of isn't, but it's a pretty good game still, and beat it. Here is Lego Star Wars, the video game. This is one of the first Lego games where they actually, I think this might be the first one where they had their a little formula where you go through different movies and stuff. Now it's completely out of that. But yeah, Lego Star Wars is one of the first games I played and I beat, and I mean, it's definitely one of the best Lego games. Not my favorite since that's coming up next, but yeah, Lego Star Wars played through the prequel trilogy. This makes the Phantom Menace good, and actually has a use for Jar Jar Binks since he's not a really necessary character. Yeah, great game. I always find myself coming back to this as well. Like, since it's a Lego game, still haven't 100% it yet. I haven't beaten it though, but yeah, Lego Star Wars. Next is my favorite Lego game, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. This is by far the best one that I've played, since it's the first one where you got to customize your own characters, and it's just based off the better Star Wars trilogy, since, I mean, the prequels are alright, except for Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. Vengeance is good, but No Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi are classics. They are amazing. See, and to play through them in Lego form is just so much fun. Yes. Like, the gameplay it's not different at all from the first Lego Star Wars, but this is a very fun game. I think it's definitely my favorite Lego game, that is. Next up is another Star Wars game, Star Wars Rogue Squadron Rogue Leader 2. Yeah, I've heard some great things about this game, and I've had it for like a long time, but I still haven't gotten past the first level, which is the Death Star. I don't know why. Every time I go back, it's always in that one sequence when you're flying in this little hallway. I guess I just don't know what button to press to fire little missiles to blow up the Death Star, but I have gone close, but I still haven't beat it. I mean, I probably could now, but I don't know, since my GameCube's not even hooked up to my TV anymore, since I have a lot of consoles. Yeah, from what I have played, it's really fun. Like, great dogfighting mechanics and stuff. Yeah, Rogue Squadron 2. And one of the GameCube's first games as well. I think it came out at launch. Next up is not a very good sports game. Disney Sports Soccer. This was the second game we got for the GameCube. I mean, it's alright. I mean, it's fun playing with all the familiar Disney characters. But, I mean, the characters are really slow. I mean, and especially compared to another soccer game, Mario Strikers, on the same console, this is pretty bad. But, I mean, it's alright. It's kind of fun. The stadium's really cool, though. That's one thing I like about it. But yeah, it's not really the best game. Now, NHL 06. This is the first game we got for the GameCube and the first game I ever played. Yeah, NHL 06. Pretty fun sports game. Haven't played it much since I played it a lot when I was a kid with my brother, but not as much now. But it's definitely a great game, and definitely one of the best NHL games. Well, from what I've played, I've only played like 3, so well, it's definitely my favorite. Yeah, and I have special memories since this is the first game I've ever played, and I always enjoy getting into fights with other hockey players in this game. So yeah, NHL 06. Next is a game that I know not much about, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. I don't think I've ever even gotten past the tutorial, I think once with my dad. It's not because it's a hard game, it's because the menus are so confusing. Like, I mean, look at this. There's 2 discs. I don't even know which one's the game reference. Yeah, it says Game Disc 1, Game Disc 2. I mean, golfing, for me, it isn't my favorite sport. I like Wii Golf. So, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to try it again one day, see if I can actually get through it, since I don't know which is the game and which isn't. And here is NHL 04. This, I don't even know why we got this game. I mean, it's still a fun hockey game, but I mean, we got the older one after we got the newest one. It's like, this is like 2003. It's almost like, it's 2 years, 2 or 3 years before '06. Yeah, it's like 2 years. But still a good hockey game. I mean, playing this, much hasn't changed in the gameplay from '06, but yeah, it's still a decent game. Not as much content as '06, since this is the older one, but it's still pretty fun. Then the last of our sports games, EA sports games, is F1 2002. A lot of great memories with this one. This is a good, probably the best F1 game I've played. I've only have like a couple, but yeah, F1, it's pretty good. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I always used to try to break the games since I was slammed into walls, and I eventually went through them. And I actually thought that was part of the game, since I didn't really have a grasp on what was a glitch and what wasn't. So yeah, some fun memories of this game. And yeah, it was pretty good. Still is pretty good as well. Although it was like one of the first games. Is it 2002 or 2001? Yeah, it was 2002. So an EA sports game where the number is actually the year that it was made. So the first of our movie tie-in games is SpiderMan. This is one of 3 games that my cousin gave to me in Canada, and yeah, I'm glad he gave it to me because this is a pretty good game. I haven't beat it yet since, I mean, I'm stuck on a timed mission and I don't really like those. But yeah, this is a pretty fun game. You definitely feel like Spider-Man when you're just swinging around the city and stuff. Yeah, a really fun game. And I have to get back to this one. It's one of the few GameCube games I haven't beaten yet. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Better than the Amazing Spider-Man games. And the first one, like talking about movies, the first trilogy is the best. Amazing Spider-Man sucks. Although I do like the first one. But yeah, back to games. Surf's Up. Surprisingly good game, especially since most games based on movies suck so much, but this is honestly a really fun surfing game. I don't know if it's a copy of the what's his name, the other some surfing game dude, whatever. He's like a real sports person, but he has his own surfing games. I don't know if this is a copy of those, but I mean, it's honestly pretty fun. Has a good selection of real songs as well. You can play while surfing, and some great multiplayer as well. It's a game I used to play a lot when I was younger, and still do sometimes. Next is Over the Hedge. I have a lot of great memories. This is honestly a pretty good game as well. Great multiplayer. It's a great game to play with friends, because I remember one of my friends, he used to come over we used to play this game, and then he liked it so much he actually bought it himself. Yeah, it's actually a fun game. Kind of beat 'em up action. I guess we're using weapons, kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of is. It's kind of a platformer as well. Although you don't really do a lot of platforming, but I mean, this is a game that goes beyond the movie a lot, since it's like only like the 3rd or 4th level when you're like escaping from the Hedge and taking down the exterminator at the end of the movie. So yeah, this goes beyond the movie, and it's pretty much 90% of the game is beyond the movie, but it's still pretty fun and a good expansion on the movie. Next is a movie time game that a lot of people like, including me, Shrek II. A fun and beat-em-up game that is a great multiplayer experience. This game doesn't really stray beyond the movie. Not really. A few times, but it's really fun. Some great levels. Yeah, it's a really good game. Definitely buy it if you see it. I mean, it's not one of those movie time games that's really crappy. This is actually a pretty good one. Next up is alright game, Ratatouille. I mean, it's based on definitely one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies. Since at the time I really loved cooking, not so much anymore, but This is a fun little platformer. I mean, each level is really open. You have different stuff to do. Yeah, it's an alright game. Still haven't beaten it yet. But yeah, I even have the, like, this is an old movie ticket for the movie that came with the game. I mean, I already saw the movie when I got the game, but I don't think I'm going to take this off. It's a product of its time. Next is a fun movie game as well, TMNT. This game really makes you feel like a ninja. I mean, it has really fun gameplay, like mechanics and platforming and stuff. It's a platform. It's a beat 'em up platformer game. Since enemies aren't scattered around, you go to different areas and you just fight different waves of enemies and stuff, and then move on. Yeah, it's fun. It stays pretty faithful to the movie, and yeah, it doesn't really go beyond that much, except for a few instances. But yeah, it's a great game off of a movie that I like better than the newest one. Although the sequel to TMNT 2014 looks awesome. It's coming out this year. Next is a game that me and my parents had a lot of fun with, Flushed Away. I know this game isn't even some multiplayer to a certain extent, not really in the game, but it's a game my mom liked a lot. We used to play. It's based off a long forgotten movie, unfortunately, because it's a really funny movie. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good game, and I remember one instance in the third level when we couldn't get past something, my mom emailed the developers of this game, and they answered back and told us what to do. See, that's cool. Not a lot of people do that anymore. You can't really do that anymore since it has, internet, YouTube stuff. You can just look it up. But yeah, I have some really great experiences with this game. Next, we're almost done with the movie time games. It's Madagascar. Pretty fun game. Have a lot of memories with it. If I played it again, it probably wouldn't be the best game, but it's alright. It's based off a great movie. Yeah, it's alright. Not a lot to talk about since it's just your average platformer movie time game. Okay, yeah. Yeah, second to last movie time game. Cars. It's probably I don't even know why we have this game, since this is my least favorite Disney Pixar movie, and it's not a very good game either. I mean, although I do like driving around the open world with some old songs playing, that's pretty cool. Other than that, it's alright. It's not that good. Our last movie time game, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Pretty good game. Still haven't beat it since, I'm stuck on one of the 3 Try Where's a Game challenges. Yeah, pretty good game. Stays pretty faithful to the movie. Sometimes. If they stayed 100% faithful to the movie, there'd only be 3 or 4 levels. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's alright. Although controls are a bit odd. Next up we have Crash Nitro Kart. A pretty good racer, although the graphics suck. They look like they look like Crash Team Racing, which is on the PS2. It's kind of a mix. It's kind of like in between PS1 and GameCube. Although the game is fun, I like the characters, and it's a great introduction, to me anyway, to the Crash series, since I don't have many of the originals. Only this and Mind Over Mutant are the only Crash games I have, but this is a fun game. It's not as good as other racer I have here. Before we get to Nintendo games, last game I have here, and honestly, an overhated game that I honestly think is great, and I have a lot of good memories with, Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know, a lot of people hate this game, and I can kind of see why, but it's not that bad. Some of the story options are a bit weird, and since it really doesn't matter in the end, it's kind of unnecessary, but it's still fun. I like the gameplay. I mean, this was the first Sonic game I ever played. It's kind of funny, this first Sonic game I ever played doesn't even have Sonic in the title. You never play as Sonic. It has a pretty fun multiplayer mode as well, and a lot of great levels that I like to speedrun. Yeah, underrated and overhated game. Now to the Nintendo games, we have Pikmin. The second of the 3 games my cousin gave me. I'm glad he did, because this introduced me to the Pikmin series. If I didn't get this game, I doubt I would have Pikmin 2, and actually want to get Pikmin 3. And looking forward to Pikmin 4, since I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Yeah, really fun game, really kind of cool strategy, real-time strategy game. It's different from the others, since you actually play as the commander and you're moving around, so you can actually get hit and die. But, it's fun. It's pretty hard, since you only have 30 days to complete the game, 30 in-game days, and you have to manage your time and stuff. Still haven't beat it. Looking forward to those, since it is pretty fun. I have the second one, but it's on my Wii. Next is the last game of the 3 that my cousin gave me, and the rarest game I have on my GameCube, Luigis Zelda Collector's Edition. Pretty much impossible to find. I think it came with a GameCube, if you bought a GameCube, or I think if you bought like Wind Waker or something, I don't know. But it's a collection of 4 Legend of Zelda games. Contains the first 2 on the NES, Legend of Zelda and Adventure of Link. Then has Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, 2 classic games. Definitely really good. Love Ocarina of Time, I love Majora's Mask. And has a 20-minute demo of Wind Waker, which I like to play from time to time. A great collection of games. It is. Although I would normally say that I recommend you get this, but a lot of people already have played Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. It's just get them on the 3DS now, and the remakes. And this game is this whole collection is pretty much impossible to find now. So I'm pretty glad I have it, and it's honestly really fun. I even like the second one, even though the first 2 were really difficult. So, next up is a game I haven't completed yet, and I'm stuck on the final boss, but I really want to get back to. It's Luigis Mansion. This is a game I used to love in my childhood. I remember when I went to get this, I was just looking for a game and saw Luigi's Mansion, just got it. And that was back in the time where I used to buy games that I knew nothing about. And it's definitely the Ghostbusters game we never got. There is a Ghostbusters game, but this is by far better. And yeah, so you're playing as Luigi and you buy a mansion, it's haunted by ghosts, and you have to hunt them down and stuff with the help of some mad professor guy. It's really fun. Stuck on the final boss though. Really want to get into it, because I really want to play the second one. Although I heard it's not as good, but still pretty good. Then we have the superior soccer game on my GameCube, Super Mario Strikers. This game is so much fun. I don't know how many hours I put into it playing alone or with my friends and family, but this is a fun game. Pretty much, definitely my favorite soccer game I've ever played, better than any FIFA or Disney Sports Soccer, because it's just so crazy, so much fun, unpredictable, and the I was about to call them Final Smashes, but their little Super Strikes are awesome to watch. It had a sequel on the Wii, which is equally good, but not equally. I like this one a bit more. But yeah, great game. Next, we have my favorite Mario Kart game, Mario Kart Double Dash. This game is pure nostalgia for me. I remember playing it a lot, when I was a kid, and a lot back in, even a couple years ago. I would still play it now. Some GameCube controller's broken, so can't really play it. Yeah, still haven't gotten a new one. But yeah, probably my favorite Mario Kart game, and I mean, I have DS, Wii, and Wii U, and 8. I mean, 8's fun. Wii's pretty good. DS is alright, but I don't know. This one is just really good. If you haven't played this one, definitely play it. And the last GameCube game, Super Mario Sunshine. This game used to be the bane of my existence when I was a kid, and sometimes still today, since it is honestly pretty hard. For a Mario, people underestimate Mario games, especially people who haven't played them, because I doubt they could get through some of these levels, especially if you haven't played the Mario game before. This was the first main series Mario game I ever played. That was before I played 64 in the Galaxy games. Pretty fun. I like it more than Galaxy 2 and 64. Galaxy is my favorite, but yeah, great game since you're cleaning up paint, taking care of different enemies and ink monsters and Bowser Jr. and just having a fun time. And the locations, Isle Delfino is probably one of my favorite locations. Why haven't they had a course in this Mario Kart? They should. They really should. Yeah, great game. Definitely play it if you haven't. So yeah, that was my GameCube collection video. I'll have collection videos of all my other games coming out soon. What I'll do is I'll do my Wii games separately, my PS3 games. When I do my 3DS and DS, I'll also put the Wii U in there as well, since I don't have much of each of them. I run the same amount of all of them. Yeah, that was my game collection video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next, and look forward to the Wii collection video coming out soon. And my PS2 as well. I'll do that soon as well. Guess I'll go in order of when I got the console. So Wii is next. I'll make DS next, but I'll do all the DS, 3DS, and Wii U games last. So till then, see ya.